Right, hey guys, we are back for another tutorial video, and I want to just briefly kind of touch on an alternate approach here. We are going to go over to this side here. Now this shot is a lot easier when you have the ability to curl it, which I really don't. Now I do have it pointed ever so slightly that way. One of the things that I want to mention is notice what I did with my spin. It's about 3.5 bars here. I'm going to make an overcorrection. I'm going to go, what is that, 6-7 rings here. And I'm going to have some curl on this. And of course, you know, a miss left is okay, but you know, you got to be a little careful, because if you miss to the right there, you could end up hitting the rough and hitting the pond there. So you're seeing, you know, I went full hook for Thor's hammer there, and I was good. You know, if I would have hit perfect ball, that might have went right towards the hole. But I want you to know, when you're downwind like this, that you want to be a little careful with your correction. So you see what I did there is I pulled it back 3.5 bars of backspin, which made it look like it was going to land very close to like running into the bank. But I want you to be aware that since it's downwind so much, that it's going to jump a little bit extra. So you don't have to worry about coming up short there unless you like short hit it or something like that. But I want you to know that you do have to, since it's a downhill shot, you do have to get a little bit more aggressive with your approach, with in terms of how much rings you play, because it's kind of like feeding to the hole like downward, so the ball's in the air a little bit longer. And when it's downwind like that, I want you to know that when you do that full curl shot, that it's going to end up going past the bullseye. It's going to start hooking more right. So you got to be a little careful with your aim, and that's why I was bailing out left there. I wanted to make sure that if I hit a great ball, that it was on the left, because all that curl that I'm putting on is forcing it harder back to the right, and you can end up, when you pull it straight back, all that twist beyond where your aim is going to start having right momentum. You can hit that right rough. So I want you to be a little careful on that when you're downwind. It's something to always factor in. Same thing with you know, headwinds. But the opposite is true. So since it's not getting to that bullseye, it's going to land a little bit more left. So you have some margin of error. You can be a little bit more aggressive with your aims on headwinds, because it's not going to come back full where you're aiming. You know, it'll be a ring or two to the right, or to the left in that case. And vice versa, the opposite's going to happen downwind. You're seeing it's going to land a little bit more right of wherever you're pointed, you know, at least a ring. So you want to be a little cautious with your aim. Don't get too aggressive. But good luck with that approach. You know, either method, you know, you can get in there pretty tight. I think holding one wise, the left method is just a tad bit easier because it comes in a bit softer. So just something to think about. Good luck with that hole, guys.